Well, ladies and gentlemen, that brings us to our last two presentations of the day. Up next is a seasoned trading professional with over 14 years of experience in trading the markets. Over the years, he has tenaciously studied charts, strategy, and trade plan development. And since his own enrollment into NeuroStreet's coaching and training, he has found his way to consistent, profitable trading for several years. Now, after facing a grueling 10 years of break-even anguish, he is a highly sought-after guest speaker for virtual events worldwide, tasked with educating and sharing his insights on how other traders can pull themselves out of the mire and into consistent profitability with discipline, proper money management, and a greater focus on the big picture. Here to present Stop Sabotaging Your Trading Accounts and Start Making Real Money Trading in as little as 6 weeks is Mr. Jim Simons of NeuroStreet Trading Academy. Welcome back to Traders Corner, Mr. Simons.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Glad to be here, and thanks, traders, for hanging out. And
I think you're on mute.
oh, I am still on mute. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you're
Okay.
your screen.
Awesome. Well, thanks, guys, for having us back. Always a pleasure to be here, and thank you, traders, for hanging out and being part of this event as well. Feel free to ask any questions as we go. I'll try to keep an eye on the chat box and the questions and so on. Let me see if I can pop this little thing out of this. There we go. Now I can see everything. But yeah, feel free to ask any questions. Happy to answer any questions along the way. And of course, we are recording this event as well. So if you need it, let us know. Before we dive in, of course, we can't guarantee results. Products and services are for educational purposes. Please understand there's risk in trading. All right, let's go ahead and dive in. So we're going to jump right into this, make the most of our time together here. How many of you are sick of bombing your prop firm evaluations? Give me a yes in the chat box if that is you, and you would say, you know what, I am sick and tired of losing on my prop firm evals. Yeah, see some yeses coming in. How many of you wish you could stop losing your funded accounts? I'm just sick of it. You've been there, you've done that, had the funded account, and then lost it. And good to see you here, Ron, and some familiar names. How many of you wish you could just make some money, scale some accounts with some funded accounts? Yeah, it's a lot of yeses coming in. How many of you have never traded with a prop firm before, but you're kind of curious and want to see what this whole thing is about, right? So it's good to get a show of hands just to see where everybody's at and to kind of reiterate the whole priority for this event and for our academy is that we help traders get funded and stay funded with prop firms and funding companies. That is our priority. That is what we do. And we don't just say that we do it. It's important that we lead with actual examples, right? Anybody can say that they specialize in something, but until they can show that traders are actually getting there, well, it's tough to really hang your hat on something and to promote it that way. And so we surveyed a handful of our traders, and they happened to tell us how much they've been making in this program on their funded accounts. John, 12,000, 1,000, 15,000, 3,000, 10,000, 10,000, right? And some of our students that are in our program make way more than that. This is just the ones that responded. We have traders that make all sorts of levels of different levels of income. The important thing is that we get our students to a position where they can get funded, stay funded, make money, and continue to scale. It's not about just getting paid out once, obviously. You want to continue to do that on a regular basis. We'll lead with another example. This is a story of one of our traders who came in to trade with our academy and has learned what we're doing and has been successful as part of that. And I share this story just to, again, reiterate the fact that we're not just saying that we do something, we actually do it. So this trader deposited $10,000 into a Ninja account, and 2 weeks later, the account balance was zero. I know some of you can relate with that, and some of you very different dollar amounts, because I've had conversations many times with varying levels of pain involved with that. After NeuroStreet GAP program, which stands for Global Assets Prop Program, finally stopped losing, started profiting, now been able to withdraw shy of $30,000, thanks completely to my time with GAP and the trading room and the few algos that I own. There's not enough thanks in the world to extend to the NeuroStreet team. Real life scenarios. These are real traders that have been there and done that. Okay, so we lead with that because it's important to show actual results, right? So at this point, another fun question. How many of you wish I'd launch into a long, drawn-out sales presentation? Obviously not, right? So what we're going to do instead, we're going to go over some winning trade examples. We're going to actually teach you a winning trade strategy right here, right now. How many of you guys are up for that? You want to learn a winning trade strategy that actually hits on the regular and actually makes money? Yeah, obviously, right? So let's go ahead and dive into it and take a look so that we can get you results that look like this. All right, so let's dive in. So what is it? So by now, you're probably at the point where, okay, been there, done that, I've seen it, and you're kind of at the position where you're like, okay, prove it, right? And that's totally fair because there's a lot of stuff out there, right? So show me, prove it. Maybe you've been burned before. Maybe you've seen it and it all looked so amazing and so you bought it and it turns out it was garbage, right? I know some of you have experienced that before, of course. So how do we fix these issues and how do we show you? Well, we can show you the answers here today. Okay, so if you're at the point where you're frustrated, maybe you've drawn a line in the sand. Maybe you've said, I'm going to come to this event and this is kind of my last ditch effort with trading. Maybe that's you here today. Maybe you're just kind of frustrated, but you're still absolutely committed to making it in trading. If you are here and you're frustrated, we want to help you. Okay, we have the answer. And so if you're still looking for the answer, we've got something that will absolutely work for you. Okay. So what we're going to teach you is the VWAP touch and go. How many of you are familiar with VWAP? Volume weighted average price, right? Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Think of it like it's a moving average, but it's based on volume. That's kind of a simple way to describe it. Okay, so this trade plan hitting roughly 70 to 75% win rate on these trades. And this is at about a little less than 1-to-1 based on the profit factor there. Okay, so about a 2.0 profit factor. And this is the actual equity curve up until, I guess, about 6/20, okay, June 20th. So these are actual trades. These are actually recorded. These are actual trades, okay? So again, lead with performance, right? So how does it work? The basic overview is we're trading with momentum, we're trading with volume, and in the direction that the market wants to go, right? So obviously pretty important to trade with the market. And so when the VWAP, when the moving averages are above VWAP, like they are here, there's two moving averages, 9 and 20, and I'm trying to write with a mouse as best I can. Let me switch to yellow as well. So 9 and 20 are above VWAP, then we're going to trade long. What we're going to do is when the market comes into the VWAP channel, we put standard deviations of 0.3 on either side. Market comes into VWAP, we trade out of VWAP, trade the break of the lower high. Okay, so we have, this was a higher high, then we had lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, break. There's the trade. On the other side, coming out of VWAP, again, now we're going short because the EMAs are below VWAP. There's lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, break. That's the trade. Okay, so let's go in and look at the rules. I'm going to skip through the video for the sake of time. Normally I do a quick video to show you a couple trades, but spoiler alert, they both worked, so obviously. Anyway, so the way that this works, it's a 5-minute chart, and you only want to use a 5-minute chart. Don't use anything else. It doesn't work. 5-minute is the way to go, trust me. We've traded hundreds of these. Daily VWAP, again, 0.3 standard deviations. You got a 9-period EMA and a 20-period EMA. Okay, you can trade this on any platform as long as they have standard deviations on the VWAP, which if they don't, TradingView does, and a number of great resources out there, of course. Pre-trade, the market moves into the VWAP channel. That's what we're looking for. Market's coming into VWAP. Okay, so if we are bullish, the 9 and 20 need to be above VWAP. If the 9 and 20 are above VWAP, we're trading long, we're trading bullish, or buying. Market creates a series of lower highs on at least 2 candles. Trade the breakout of the lower high. That's it. The only other rule, don't trade it if it breaks the other side of the VWAP channel. Pretty simple. Stop goes beyond the low, 1-to-1 risk reward. These are the rules. Take a screenshot if you like. These are the actual rules. That's exactly how it works. Okay. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Of course, we're recording so we can get this to you as well. All right, so again, so we've got market is coming into VWAP, EMAs are above, market's coming in, coming in, coming in. Tags VWAP channel, does not break the other side, so we're good there. Trade the break of the lower high. Got to have at least, pivot 1, 2, 3, 4. In this case, you need at least pivot 1 or pivot 2. Okay, so that is the trade. Let me show you another example. This is an actual trade that you could have taken yesterday. Let's actually, yeah, that's fine. We'll go with this one. Okay, so crude oil. Here, this purple thing is the VWAP. These are different EMAs, but on this particular chart, but 9 and 20 would obviously both be down. Either way, I think this is an 8, so if that gives you some insight. Anyway, here's the channel is kind of this, this edge of this. If you can see it, I don't know if you can see it too well. Let's turn on the actual edges so you can see it better. So we'll turn these on real quick. There we go. Now we can see it better. So market came into VWAP, right? Pivot, lower high, break coming out of VWAP. There's a trade there. Now it's up to you if you want to be a little bit more strict with it and say you need at least 2 lower highs, that kind of thing, before you trade it. Most of us not trading at 5 in the morning, but even if you are, there's clearly a response coming out of the VWAP channel there. We can keep going back, and we'll just assume we are not sure if the EMAs were below yet at that point, but certainly they were here. Okay, so there's your lower low, higher low, higher low, higher low, break right there. Okay, so the entry would be right here, and you would enter on the break of the candle. Stop goes above the high. There's the trade. Pretty simple. Trade to 1-to-1, which is this green line. That's the trade. You can trade 2-to-1 if you want. Keep going if you want. It looks like they gave plenty more opportunity on that. So that is the trade strategy. So I always like to come in with something that I can actually give as a gift, and something that you can start trading literally tomorrow, and it's simple enough to learn, right? So how many of you, I do this just to keep you engaged here and to keep us focused, but how many of you wish someone could show you how to fix all of your trading challenges? How many of you came to this event and that was your intention? I want to fix some trading problems. But of course you want to fix all of them, right? So the problems that we look to fix as traders, money obviously is an issue. Trade strategies is an issue. Emotions, how many of you have emotions? Anybody here? Confidence, how many of you have a lack of confidence in your trading? And execution, you know what you need to do, but you just don't do it right. That would be execution. So we can solve every one of these. And we can do that right now. I know you want that, but the question is, are you ready? Are you ready to fix all of your trading issues? So if that's you, welcome. We're going to do that right now. Okay? So why are you here? You're here because you have some type of need and you have some type of want. You want to solve, you want to win, but you need to solve problems, right? In order to win, we've got to solve some problems. Many traders face many different issues. So before we go into the problems that we're going to solve here, we need to go back to why we started trading in the first place. Why did you even get into trading? What in the world made you decide, I want to be a trader? There's this dream that traders have to make more money in less time, right? Now, if that's not your dream, then you can correct me, but usually that was the idea. This is why everybody gets into trading. I want to make more money in less time. I want to work less, make more, right? The reality for most traders is they don't make money. They spend endless time on the charts, and they spend more money trying to fix their issues, right? The idea with trading is I can make a 8 to 10 hour salary in 2 hours a day, right? So I don't want to work 10 hours a day. I want to work 2 hours a day, and I want to make at least the same amount of money, if not more, right? That's the idea. And it's possible, but we got to go back and we got to solve some issues. Okay, we got to solve some problems. So let's do that. So want number one, give me some of that sweet prop firm money. I wants it. I want to stop failing evals. I want to stop losing prop accounts. Start scaling prop accounts. Add more prop accounts because you can trade multiple. You can trade multiple firms now. By the way, there's a trade copy where you can trade multiple prop firms at the same time across multiple accounts, all signed in at the same time by trading one account. Pretty cool. If you want to find out more, you got to come around and send me an email and get involved, and we'll give you more details on that. What you need is prop firm training. You need to learn risk management. We need to learn money management. And we need to learn drawdown management. How many of you have a drawdown plan? How are you going to trade out of a drawdown? Drawdowns? I never have drawdowns. Yes, of course you do. Every trader has drawdowns. How do you trade out of it? I don't know. I just keep trading. Yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? Because if you don't have a plan on how to trade out of a drawdown, I assure you that the market has a plan for you. And it involves wiping out your entire account. I can tell you that. I can almost promise it. So we can help you put these things together so that your equity curves look like this and not the other way. Okay? Scaling multiple accounts, we teach all that stuff. Problem number 2, you want some consistent profitability. You want to know, why are you losing or breaking even? Maybe your problem is you just don't believe in yourself. Maybe you don't believe in your system. Maybe your system sucks. That's a possibility. What you need is winning systems, something that is easy to learn, something that's easy to trade, something that is easy to follow, and always offers trades. Easy to learn, easy to trade, easy to follow, always offers trades. If it's super complicated, you're not going to be able to get it. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to be under the gun when the market's going. You're going to be afraid to enter the trade. You're going to second guess everything you do. You're going to be a nervous wreck. You're going to lose tons of money. Okay, so it has to be easy to follow. Why easy to follow? Because we trade this in the trade room every day. The VWAP system is one of them. We took 2 wins on it yesterday. Trade it every day. Does well, right? You need something that's easy to follow. We have numerous winning trade strategies. We're going to look at a few of them. Okay, so here's a performance tracker of all of our stocks trades. Anybody here trade stocks? Want to day trade stocks? Say, well, I don't got money for that. Great, we'll get you in touch with a prop firm. The prop firm's job is to provide trading accounts for traders. The trader's job is to make money for themselves and the prop firm. It's a win-win. Okay. So these are our 2 main strategies. They hit about 73 to 74% win rates across 1,146 trades, just a few. Okay, so all the trades are logged, win or loss. We don't track dollars and cents and all that, but all the wins and losses are in here. Okay, so 74% win rates, very consistent. Okay, so that's our stocks trade room log. Futures and some Forex, but mostly futures. The 3 main strategies we trade right now are right here. Anywhere from 64 to 75% win rate on those strategies, and a blended win rate of about 69% across the board. Okay. So you look at that and you say, well, that's all well and good. And what about risk reward, right? What about risk reward? Win rate doesn't mean anything unless you know this number, right? Very important thing to answer. All of our trades are set up as 1-to-1 risk reward. So that means you risk $1, you make $1, or more, obviously. So if you can keep a 66% win rate, you would be at a 2.0 profit factor. What does that mean? That means your wins double your losses. That's all that means. You got to hit 2 out of 3, 66% or better. Okay. So can you make money with these trades? Yes, absolutely. Some are better than others. We're trading mostly these right now. And we're always looking to improve and add more if there's better strategies that we can continue to trade. The point is, we have over a dozen different winning strategies. We track all the results. We do this for transparency's sake, to show you that we actually do trade the markets. We actually trade them in front of our students. And oh, by the way, I have images of every trade that we've taken for just about the last year at least in here. All the trades are broken down. So everything's in here. So it's easy to say, well, I took this trade and I took that trade and look at my log and isn't it wonderful? Okay, show me the actual trade. All right, here's an actual trade with an actual fill, and that's actually the trade that we just looked at on crude. We took that trade yesterday. There's the fill, there's the target. Okay, so we do actually trade these, and we trade them together in front of our students, and we call out the trades, stops, targets, everything. We do this all together. Okay, so we're not just saying we're trading. This is real stuff here. Okay, so just important to show you that all of this is real performance. We've got, again, about a dozen different systems. Okay, problem number 3, emotions. Maybe you got some negative emotions and you want to remove your negative emotions. Well, emotions are emotions. You can't have the good without the bad. There's good and bad emotions. The trick is managing your emotions. The trick is getting you to, and anyone, to be able to balance the highs and the lows. Don't get too excited if you take a win, and don't get too down if you take a loss. Bottom line, you really have no control over it anyway. The only thing we can control as traders is preparation and execution. How do we get into the market? Did we follow our trade plan? Did we manage the risk? Did we prep appropriately for the day? Are we prepared in the sense that we're not tired? We're not, feeling angry from yesterday's trading, that we've been able to get back to balance, right? It's all important about getting into the positive, right mindset to be able to trade successfully. We have a saying that I use, which is, there's a difference between the engineer and the technician. The engineer's job is to design and implement. The technician's job is to execute. So, as a trader, you have 2 jobs. You're an engineer and a technician. And as the engineer, your job is to create your trade plan and to work on your trade plan and then to implement it. Your job as a trader is to execute the trade plan. The two do not cross. When you are trading, you are a technician. Your job is to click the button at the right time, get into the right place, right time, right direction, and then exit the trade at the right time. That's it. And manage the risk. That's your job when you trade. When you're not trading, then you can be the engineer. The two do not cross. You're not creating a trade plan on the fly as you go, questioning the rules, breaking the rules as you're actively trading. Your job is to execute the plan. When you're not trading, then you can go back. You can work on your trade plan. You can go and review the trades. You can look at opportunities to change things up if they need to be changed. But you're not designing when you're trading, and you're not trading when you're designing. Okay? So that's one way that you can help manage your emotions and realize, if you're taking losses, well, that engineer, man, he didn't do such a good job because, we're taking losses. All right, problem number 4, improved confidence. You want to have confidence in your trades before you enter them. You want to have confidence in your trades during the trade. You want to have confidence in your ability to execute the trade plan, right? That's what we're after here. What you need to follow some trades. Follow something that is working. I would almost say that it's almost impossible to have any sort of confidence in something that you haven't seen done. Can we agree on that? Until you've seen it done, how are you really going to even believe that it's possible? And it's interesting, some of the prop companies out there, and they'll send you a thing. Well, Johnny in New York made 20 grand this month. Well, good for him. Prove it. What did he make last month? What did he make this month? Right? I get it. We can be cynical or second guess some of those things, but you have, you have to see someone trading the trade plan in front of you to see that it actually works. And then you'll kind of start to latch on, and then you'll kind of start to learn it, and then you'll practice it, and then you'll get better. And as you get better, you can actually start getting confident with something and start building some consistency. All right, so following our trades eliminates second guessing because we show you exactly where to get in and out and when. And it eliminates revenge trading, and it eliminates fear of missing out. Because if nobody's taking the trade, how could you feel like you're missing out? Because nobody else is trading, so easy going. You don't have to revenge trade because at the end of the day, you have a green dollar sign on your trade report. Better than a red dollar sign. No need to revenge trade. You got money on the table. No need to self-sabotage. You got money on the table. We're going to take the guesswork out. The guesswork removed. All right, we're good. Step 5. Execution. How do we solve for flawless execution? You want more disciplined decision making. What you need is rules. Rules help us, again, engineer, technician. The rules help us know what to do, where to do it, and when and how. That's what our rules are for. If you do not have rules, good luck. Even if you have rules, you probably break them from time to time. What do you think is going to happen if you don't have rules? How can you possibly measure if you are getting better as a trader and that your performance is improved unless you are actually keeping track of things and you have a defined process on how to get in and out of trades? If you don't have a defined process, how many of you ever heard somebody say, well, I just trade based on my gut? Well, that's not good. What happens if you ate some funny fish the day before? Good luck learning what that gut's telling you to do today. You need rules. The rules help you understand exactly what you need to do every day. Again, technician, you got your rules, execute the trade plan. So we have strategy cheat sheets, again, over a dozen different winning setups. All of the rules are broken down and they are all rules based. There's no guesswork on, is this a pullback or not? Is this a break of structure or not? Is this an order block or not? Is this supply and demand or not? Is the market up or not? Are we trending up or down? Are we going sideways? No more guesswork. We have rules around all of this stuff so that when it comes time to trade, you can focus on trading. You don't have to second guess your trades anymore. Okay. So now we're going to move into a phase where we answer some questions. What are the questions? What is your program? How does it work? Does it work? Will it work for me? What does it cost? What's your promise? And how do I get started? Okay, so that's what we're going to answer now. So question one, hopefully we've shown you by now that it works, but just in case you haven't gotten it yet, we'll show you some more examples of a trader who got funded and another trader who got funded in 11 days in the trade room. And this guy's saying, first time I've ever been funded. Fantastic. And this one saying, CryptoStreet gives solid guidance and great training, worth every penny. Okay, so yes, it absolutely works. It absolutely works. What do our traders have to say? Well, they seem to like us. They give us good reviews online, so that's a good sign. 4.5 stars in Trustpilot and 1,300 reviews, and we've helped thousands of traders. So we're not new to this, and we're just getting warmed up. How does it work? Curriculum, what do we cover? First off, we have several different ways that you can learn. On demand, we have intro courses, foundation courses, strategy courses, mastery level courses on smart money concepts and liquidity and price action and all the things, break of structure and order blocks and supply and demand and fair value gaps and breaker blocks and liquidity blocks. And anyway, we teach all that stuff on a mastery level. Again, 100% rules based. Why? Because you shouldn't have to guess or shouldn't have to use your gut on when to trade and where. No more guesswork. We have a live trade room. We'll show you the hours here in just a bit. And we have VIP strategy classes that are virtual live classes, small group. You can get very deep into concepts that we teach. And yeah. So as far as the curriculum, what do we teach? We teach smart money concepts, structure, waves, multi-time frame analysis, liquidity and volume, order flow, price action, support resistance, supply and demand, order blocks, money management, drawdown management. Of course, you need to know how to manage the money. And psychology, discipline, and trader development. We did a deep dive on trader development today. It was great. Okay, so this is what we teach. It's everything you need to know as a trader and nothing that you don't. We're not going to waste time going over, well, this might be, could be. We're going exactly into exactly what you need to know, and we're going to teach you everything in a short amount of time. Okay. So how does it work? Will it work for me? What's involved? Again, we have on-demand learning. Intro and foundations are going to be as needed. The idea behind this is you're not going to read the encyclopedia from cover to cover. You're going to refer to it as you need it, and that's what those are for. Mastery level smart money concepts and structure course. There's about 11 videos. Takes about a week to get through. Mastery level liquidity course. Again, it's about a week to get through. About 12 videos. Those are deep dive. Okay. Trade room hours. Futures is 8:55 to 11:30. Stocks is 8:30 to 11. We have two different trade rooms that run Monday through Thursday. Futures is going to be most active from 10 to 11:30. I know most of us, work day jobs and things like that. So it gives you some context. Stocks is going to be 8:30 to 10. This is all Eastern time, by the way. And then VIP strategy classes. These are live virtual classes. Futures 1 p.m. on Wednesdays. They run for usually about 90 minutes. It's going to take about 16 to 20 weeks to get through that curriculum. And stocks is 1 p.m. on Mondays, and that's again about 90 minutes, and it's 11 weeks or so, give or take, to get through the curriculum. We have this crazy idea, though, that you don't have to do all this stuff to start making money as a trader. Like, it's not going to take you 16 to 20 weeks to be able to start making money. You can come into the trade room tomorrow, and you can start copying what we're doing. And the idea is earn while you learn. Don't just sit on the sidelines. Obviously, you're going to trade in sim for a little bit, right? And then when you're ready, you go trade your evals. We've had plenty of traders pass the evals long before getting through the curriculum. So yeah, it absolutely happens all the time. We had a trader who joined us on a guest pass and passed his prop firm eval just on a guest pass with us. And obviously he joined. It was kind of a no-brainer. But the idea is just come in and copy our trades. We're taking them together. We've got a great group, tons of traders that are in there, hundreds of traders in there every day with us trading. So we've got a nice little program, something that I feel is very, very special. So the question I have for you, does this sound like what you're looking for? Does this sound like something that could help you as a trader? Does this sound like it could solve some of your problems as a trader? Okay, so let's go into what's included. Again, intro courses, foundation courses, strategy courses, price action course, liquidity levels course. Again, these are mastery level courses, plus live trade rooms. Okay, total value. If you were to buy this stuff separately, it gets expensive. We all know that. I don't need to tell you that. You've been around trading long enough to know. Trading's not a cheap gig. Okay. What about bonuses? Well, we have a private trading community. You're going to want to pay attention to this one, by the way. TickBlaze. TickBlaze, we are starting our own trading community that is going to be all built into a massive platform that is coming to the market next month. And it is fantastic. We're very excited about this. So NeuroStreet is our parent company, which includes NeuroStreet Trading Academy, Arc AI, if you've heard of that. TickBlaze is coming soon now next. And shortly after that, we'll be opening up our own prop company, so you can come and trade with us if you like. Okay, so good stuff coming. Pre-built workspaces, look, if we've got them, they're yours. We've got scanners built out for trade ideas that are on point. TC2000, we've got workspaces for Ninja, obviously TickBlaze, TradingView. If we got it, we'll give them to you as part of it, okay? Support. This is huge. Obviously, we don't get 4.5 stars in Trustpilot by not taking care of our traders. So if you need something, reach out. We'll gladly help you. Instructor trade plan and strategy review. How many of you have ever had a trade strategy reviewed by a trading instructor? It's pretty rare, right? Usually something like this, you have to get one-on-one coaching. And I don't think I have to tell you that that ain't cheap. And so this is something that we wanted to include. So if you need help with your trade plan, if you want to send in copies of your trades and have some extra review, or you want to go in and mark up the charts and say, hey, what do you think about this markup? Is this accurate? Am I doing this right? Or anything along the lines. It's an open door. Reach out to us. We'll gladly give you feedback and help you with your trade plan. A lot of times most traders have a decent trade plan. This just might be missing a few things. And when we looked at that wheel of all the different foundations, right? It's really, if your trade plan is not including all of those factors, then you don't have a complete trade plan. I mean, that's just the long and short of it. Okay, so we can help you make sure that it's complete. Strategy cheat sheets. They're yours. They're included in the program. All of the rules with examples and breakdowns, and here's what's happening, and here's all the rules, and you can print them off. You can laminate them if you're old school and you just want to check them as you go. You can do it that way too. All right. Crypto. You want to learn crypto? Cool. You can learn crypto. We got you covered. We got an entire course built out, and it's yours as part of the program. Okay. So VIP weekly inner circle strategy class. Again, kind of 3 different pillars to what we teach on this. Foundations, advanced concepts, and then strategies. Okay, so foundations, like we saw again on the little wheel diagram. Advanced concepts, how to map out your charts for anchored VWAPs and order blocks and structure, and how to get funded and stay funded, how to manage money and psychology. And then we go over the trade plans one at a time, and we go deep into these concepts. So we cover multiple examples on where to get in and what's a trade, what isn't a trade, and we go through numerous examples on those. So stocks, same type of thing. Stocks is Mondays, futures Wednesdays, and we go over again foundations, advanced concepts, and then trade strategies. So total bonuses, everything included. Again, huge numbers, lots of value that we're packing into this program for you. Okay, so cheat sheets, VIP inner circle class, all that stuff comes included. Your total value, if you were to buy this stuff separately, some of you have spent this or more with other companies. Obviously, we don't want to do that. What we decided when we came up with this program was we wanted to give traders everything they need to be successful as traders, that you don't have to go out and buy other stuff. And so that's what we did with this program, we feel. And we feel it's very special. So final discounted price, what does that look like? It's $19.90 to get access to this program. For everything that you get, it is dirt cheap, like super, super inexpensive for what you get. And you can renew for $295 a year. So really, really great value. If you're serious about trading, this program is for you. If you're still tinkering around and still looking at tons of YouTube videos and trying to figure it out, look, just let me help you. Just stop. We've got all of the answers. We can load you up. We've got lots of successful traders in the program, and we'd love to help you too. Okay. One thing that I'm going to do, since it's summer and it's a good time to learn, so that when fall comes around and trading is tolerable again, JK, then you'll be ready to go. Guns blazing, ready to make tons of money. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to offer a summer blowout sale, 25% off additionally. So that's going to bring it down to $14.90, and that's about as cheap as we can get it. Okay. So that is the cost. What's our promise? Our promise to you is that if you are not completely satisfied, we will give you all of your money back, and we'll give you a $500 credit just as a way of saying, sorry, we wasted your time. Here's $500 to spend on whatever you want in our ecosystem. That is pretty bold for us to do this, considering it's education. I haven't seen anything like this in the industry. So we will give you your full money back. What's involved? Well, we want you to put some skin into this, right? So show up to the trade room, do the online education, participate in the strategy class, ask for help. If you do these things, we're telling you there is a strong likelihood that you're not only going to learn stuff, but you're going to become way more successful as a trader. We can't guarantee anything, but what we can tell you is that if it doesn't work, we'll give you your money back. So there's literally no risk to you as a trader. So how do you get started? There's the link. I'm going to paste something in the chat box and in the question box. Send to all. There it is. Am I doing this right? I kind of did this is hopefully going to everybody. And then let me go ahead and paste it in the chat box and all entire audience. There you go. So there's the link. That is how to get started. You've got it in the chat box. Just click the link. There's a coupon code in there as well. And be sure to use that. So this deal ends tomorrow. Or not tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Yeah. So it ends Friday. So you got 2 days. So here's what I'm going to suggest. If you have questions and want to dive in deeper, I'm going to paste my email in the chat box as well. It's just jim@neurostreet.com. Send me an email. Any question, anything you want to know. One question I get a lot is about funding of traders. We do not fund traders in this program. This program is designed to teach you how to get funded and stay funded, but we do not provide funding. Okay, so that is a separate entity. Of course, we have tons of partners we can partner you up with that are fantastic, and they can help you on the funding side. We will help you know how to trade so that you can get funded, okay, if that makes sense. Again, there is the deal, $14.90, get in. It's a great program. We'd love to have you. If anybody has any questions, I haven't seen anything come through while we're talking, so I assume there's no questions at this point. I think we probably covered it. But if you do have any final questions, you've got 2 minutes, so start typing. Anyway, it's been really enjoyable. Glad to be here with you guys. And yeah, we'll see you in the trade rooms. We'll see you on the charts. And can't wait to see what you guys can do from a trading standpoint. Eager to work with you and help you out. So I think that's about all I've got. I'll go ahead and turn it back over because I don't see any questions coming in. And hope everybody has a fantastic rest of the week. And hopefully a great day of trading tomorrow after FOMC is out of the way now, and we can get back to some great trading again tomorrow. So